Hi, welcome back. This is Dr. Richard Herbold again, and we're going to expand a little bit on digestion, or our conversation about digestion, into the practical application of what we do when digestion doesn't work successfully. So I pre-frame this conversation with information about how digestion occurs, somewhat from a neurological perspective and from a developmental perspective. So let's consider somebody who has dyspepsia or GERD, some sort of let's say a reflux problem or maldigestion or indigestion. So how common is it for somebody to have gas, bloating, change in bowel function with foods that we eat, or consistently, seemingly not dependent with the foods that we do consume? Well, the reality of the situation is, regardless of our impression about that, is the food that we consume on a regular basis is truly the driver to a great degree of what primes the pump for our immune system to recognize potentially something in the food chain that shouldn't be there. So what I mean by that is, unbeknownst to lots of people, we have the ability through chronic exposure to develop either a sensitivity or a true fixed allergy because of gut permeability, and I talked a little bit about in the previous video what gut permeability is all about. But just to review briefly, is we selectively should be able to carry something across the intestinal membrane if it's broken down successfully. If it's not broken down successfully, it should be excreted. So depending on that gut permeability, depending on the protein component of the food, we might, unbeknownst to ourselves, be consuming something on a regular basis that's potentially either a sensitivity or an allergy. And if you can't identify those foods, you're chronically going to be plagued with digestive dysfunction. So first and foremost, in a digestive program that works well, we need to identify potential allergens. One of the most practical and easiest way to address that is what we call a rotational diet. Each and every day, not eating chicken, or eggs. We get into these ruts of saying, I like this food, it's convenient for me, and it's okay for me to eat this all the time. The reality is, especially if you have digestive dysfunction, is varying the type of foods, in particular the animal proteins, is very, very helpful. Now, true fixed allergies are sensitized to proteins. So in the food chain, we have proteins and carbs and fats. It's the protein faction, regardless if it's a carbohydrate as a food, that is tagged as a problem immunologically. So what we need to do is look at these foods that we're consuming and need to identify the potential irritant and eliminate those. That having been said, not a small task. Once you've done that successfully, I've been doing this for 36 years now, and way back when, in the beginning of time, when I started studying nutrition, we had what's called the 4R program, which is remove, replace, reinoculate, repair. So you need to identify the allergens. You need to replace the digestive functions that aren't working successfully. You need to reinoculate the colon, and you need to repair the colon. And under all circumstances, there's an opportunity to improve digestive function by following these basic tenets of physiology. So when we look at remediating a chronic or an acute digestive problem, the basic core tenets are exactly what we just identified. So this is Dr. Herbold talking a little bit about an implementation of one example of a digestive problem that many people have. So I hope this is helpful for you, and I look forward to coming to you more frequently.